Of Caboose, and I'm trying to bring you guys another Destiny 2 video to help out with the Outbreak Perfected. I'm giving this gun or weapon a review of the catalyst and what the catalyst does once you've got completed, how to complete the catalyst, and if I thought this thing was worth it. So let's get into this. The catalyst is supposed to increase how much damage is done from the Siva nanowite things, and I'll pull it up here real quick just so I can show you guys and read it to you. Waiting for the screen. There we go. Screen's loaded in. All right. So what the catalyst does is it increases nanite damage. Enemies that die with nanites attached to them generate additional nanites. So basically, you get more nanites, and nanites are doing more damage, which is fantastic because this gun was already pretty useful for ad clearing, and with that additional number of nanites and damage they do, it is even better. I have been really enjoying this. This gun in general is already pretty solid without the catalyst, because you have things perks on it like Outlaw, which make the when you get a precision kill, you get a much faster reload, and it is fantastic having that option. And now it's even better because you get to have additional nanites and do more damage, and it is outstanding. I played with this thing quite a bit, and Crucible, so PvP, as well as PvE. PvP, I felt like it was stronger. I would almost kill dudes with killing someone else, and then the additional nanites would go and attach on to another guardian. And I was finding guardians are having to pop their supers in order to save themselves from being killed, because usually when you pop super, you get a bit of a health buff. And so that's fantastic news. This means you're going to have a much easier time getting multi-kills after death kills. And I would imagine this would be pretty useful in comp. I didn't try it out too much in comp just because I wanted to have a better chance of killing more guardians with ease, as opposed to having to be really sweaty and trying to focus on my kills for comp, where I could do quick play and just try to have a little bit more fun and see how well this did with clearing out multiple guardians and getting assists and that kind of thing. And I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it. On the PvE side of things, this gun is very, very good overall. It does great boss DPS. The nanites will usually swarm out and attack the ad you're shooting at or the boss. If you're going for ad clearing, it does really well thanks to those additional nanites, as well as the increased damage on it. The events I suggest the most using it for so far are events like Blinding Well, Escalation Protocol, and soloing deals. I'd love to try this out with the Shattered Throne, but I have not gotten that opportunity to do so yet, and I'm not even sure it's available this week. And so hopefully I get a shot to do that before too long. This gun, it's just great, guys. It's great. Now, we're going to get into how do you get the Outbreak Prime and then the Catalyst. Well, the Catalyst is not super tough to get, especially because there's time glitches out there. But I'll just kind of give you a walk down through it. So in order to even get the Outbreak perfected, you have to do a couple steps where first you pick up the quest, and then you gotta turn it into nodes. Then you gotta do the 0-hour mission. And once you complete that, you get the Outbreak perfected. In order to get the Catalyst, you gotta do the 0-hour mission again, but this time on Heroic. And once you beat on Heroic, the first time the Catalyst drops, and you get some nanite particles that help to charge up your catalyst. There's two parts to the catalyst. First is you have to get so many kills with precision damage. So you have to get precision final blows. Echo in the Dark from YouTube, giving him a shout out. He commented on my video where I thought I had found a really effective way or the most effective way for clearing that part of the catalyst. And he suggested using the Outbreak and Whisper Heroic story, and then going and doing it in the regular Whisper mission. He said when he did that, this first Heroic run through, he got about 66% done on his Catalyst, and so he was able to finish it in just 2 runs. And I would imagine if he got lucky on when the public event was available, he probably got the whole deal done in less than an hour. I was able to finish my Catalyst for the precision shot part roughly the same amount of time, a little bit longer. I suggested doing the Leviathan raid and going to the Castellium, the part where you have the flags, so you have the endless ads that spawn in. That worked really well for me. I was doing about 10% every 5 minutes, so that also took me about an hour. So his wave is probably a little less monotonous, echo in the dark, and perhaps faster if you're with someone who can clear through the heroic whisper in under 20 minutes, because then you'd only take about 40 minutes in order to get that part of the catalyst done, whereas my way took about an hour, a little less than that. But it was really monotonous because you're just killing the same endless ads, just waiting for killing them, and then just constantly spawning. Sometimes you die, and so it depends on your cup of tea. So thank you very much, Echo in the Dark, for commenting that on my YouTube video I made about finishing the precision part of the catalyst. Now for the other part, the part where you have to get the SIVA particles. You only get those particles or progress done by completing a 0-hour heroic each week. If you do just the heroic, don't do the configurations, you get, I believe it's 20% each clear, so it takes you 5 weeks to complete that catalyst if you don't do the configuration. However, if you take the extra time to do the configuration, which is entering all the codes into the clocks that are in the room where when you punch the door after you've dropped down to the vault, you punch this door and the door opens and you run across a tile puzzle. So if you do the clocked codes that are in that next room after the floor puzzle, you get an additional number of particulates or particles, whatever, and you get 33% done each week, so you get the catalyst done in 3 weeks. That's what I did. I would suggest doing that. If you're not quite sure how to do it or what the best way is, I would encourage you to check out the videos I made about the solar catalyst, because I put links in the description to information about the other catalysts that kind of cover configurations using solar and arc and arc and void, I mean. So that way you guys can see everything and have all the information as the weeks come in, because I did not have that information in my first arc video for the arc configuration. So I'd encourage you guys to check that out under my solar. And this week is solar, the week of May, I guess 22nd, I think, was the date. The 22nd, 23rd, I don't know. Today is the 23rd. And so this week is solar. So feel free to check out the solar one and then just hang on to that video or save the links in your web browser or whatever to make your life just a little bit easier for the next week. There's also lots of videos out there by guys like Dado and Cactus and things about how they would suggest completing the catalyst. Mine are complete run-throughs from beginning to end. I hope you guys appreciate them. I really hope I was able to give you guys a decent insight into whether this catalyst is worth getting or not, and I was able to show you guys some good gameplay so that way you can see this weapon with the catalyst in action and decide for yourself whether you want to get it or not. I'm sure not everyone wants to get every gun because these things take time, and you might evaluate which ones you want to spend the time to getting, especially with Opulence approaching, and if you're going to try and gear up for Crown of Sorrows. Speaking of Crown of Sorrows, I would imagine that having the catalyst for this weapon will be very useful. It seems a little convenient to me that Bungie would have the catalyst set up where you can get it done in 3 weeks and have it completed before Opulence, or you could do it in 5 weeks, and I believe 5 weeks, 2 weeks from now would mean you have the catalyst finished a week after Opulence comes out. So that's my theory, but the timing of this gun and why they have the configuration is because it will be very useful in the Crown of Sorrow raids, but we will find out. That is to be determined, and I do intend to try and participate in the world's first hunt, and I will definitely take Outbreak Prime with me and test it out. You guys have all been fantastic. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be posting this video very soon onto YouTube. You guys are fantastic. Thank you all so much. Feel free to give a like and or a subscription to my channel if you want to see more content like this. And have a great weekend. And it's Memorial Day weekend. If you know someone, tell them thank you for their service and just be there for them. Usually this weekend's very tough for veterans. I'm one myself. It's not as bad for me as they are for others. So please, just if you know someone, just make sure you're there. Suicide rates go up a ton during this holiday. So you guys are all great. Thanks so much. Happy grinding, y'all.